No Limit Texas Hold'em poker is the most popular and most widely played variation of poker in the world. It has a reputation for high risk and high reward. In No Limit Hold'em, players compete against each other to win the chips wagered by all players taking part in a given hand. This is done by making the best 5-card poker hand possible using any combination of a player's 2 whole cards and 5 community cards. In this video, we are going to use a mathematical model that will show us how to play in a manner that is profitable in the long term. The underlying notion being that if risk is being outweighed by reward, then it is correct to proceed. While the video has a selected focus on the game of poker, the same concepts can be applied in a variety of other fields and ways, such as in different forms of gambling or in the financial world of investments, where companies make tremendous amounts of money using similar ideas. The model in this video assumes that if a player hits one of their outs, they will have the winning hand. The approximations the model gives are correct to 1 to 3%. In order to properly use this model, we must first understand how it works. First, we're going to learn how to estimate our odds of winning after the first 3 community cards have been shown, also known as the flop. And then, using a widely accepted concept known as pot odds, we will see how we can beat the game in the long run using simple maths. First things first, we have to be aware of what cards will give us the winning hand. These cards are also known as outs. Once this is done, calculating our chances of winning is a fairly simple task. What the model is essentially doing for us is dividing our number of outs by the number of unseen cards. All we have to do is simply multiply our outs by 4 when there's 2 cards left to come, or multiply our outs by 2 when there's 1 card left to come, leaving us with a percentage chance of winning the hand. Here's an example. Let's say we've been dealt Ace King of Diamonds and the flop comes 10 of Spades, 4 of Diamonds, Deuce of Diamonds. We have a very strong flush draw with 2 cards left to come. Let's count our outs. There are 13 diamond cards in a standard deck, minus the 2 diamond cards on the flop, and the other 2 as our whole cards leaves us with 9 diamond cards, or 9 outs. We can calculate an approximate percentage of winning by multiplying our outs by 4. 9 outs times 4 gives us an approximation of 36%. Let's take a close look at why this works. 9 over 47 is the actual probability that one of our outs will come up as the next card. Notice how 47 is fairly close to 50. We can double this fraction to get an approximate percentage. Seeing as there are 2 cards to come, we have double the chance of winning, so we double this 18% to get a 36% chance of winning the hand. The actual chance of winning is 38.3%, but for our purposes, this approximation is accurate enough. In summary of what we've just learned, we can calculate our chances of winning overall by multiplying our outs, that is, the number of cards that will give us the winning hand, by 4 with 2 cards to come, and by multiplying by 2 with only 1 card to come. Now that we have learned how to estimate our chances of winning, let's take a look at how we can use pot odds to beat the game in the long run. Pot odds is a mathematical strategy used by poker professionals around the world. Put simply, they are the odds you get when you compare the pot size with the size of the bet made by your opponent. The underlying notion of this strategy is that if risk is outweighed by reward in a given hand, it will be profitable to call your opponent's bet. Let's say we have the same scenario as the previous section, except the pot is $20 and we are up against only one opponent. We check and our opponent bets $10. What are our pot odds? Well, since our opponent's bet is now a part of the pot size is now $30. In order for us to stay in the hand, we have to call the initial $10 bet. Therefore, our pot odds are 30 to 10 or 3 to 1. These pot odds convert to a percentage of 25%. We convert the pot odds into a percentage because this way it's easier for us to compare it to our chances of winning the hand. Next, we check to see if risk is being outweighed by reward. In other words, our chances of winning have to be greater than the pot odds in order for calling the bet to be a profitable decision. In this case, our 36% chance of winning the hand that we calculated in the previous section clearly outweighs the 25% pot odds, thus it is the correct decision to call. Here's a quick diagram that shows how this decision will manifest itself into profit over the course of 500 identical situations. Over the course of 500 identical situations, we will find that with our 36% chance of winning, we will win roughly 180 times and lose 320. Each of our 180 wins will earn us a $30 pot. As a total, this is a gain of $5,400. Each of the 320 losses will cost us the $10 that we put into the pot to call the bet made by our opponent. As a total, we are losing $3,200. So our net profit over the course of 500 identical hands is $2,200, thus illustrating that when risk is being outweighed by reward, it is profitable to proceed. The mathematical model in this video shows how a player should play in order to maximize profit in the long run. It shows us that if the percentage chance of achieving a favorable outcome is greater than the percentage pot odds, then it is correct to proceed. This could be in any type of investment or wager, ranging from sports gambling to stock markets, as the underlying strategies are the same. When implementing these strategies, luck is more prominent in the short term. Regardless of the information provided in this video, I would like to make it clear that this playing style, however optimized it may be, is still a form of gambling. As such, please be aware that it can have a negative impact on any individual's life away from the tables, including the financial, social, and psychological well-being of the player and their family. Please gamble responsibly. Thank you for watching this video. This is the Money Team, signing off.